Hello, everybody. Brian here again. And this is part of that whole 101 idea thinking of, you come up with some ideas, pick the best one out of the 101. I mean, we have tens of thousands of ideas every day. I forget how many they said it's 10, probably about 10,000 that are $1 million ideas every day. And how many of those do we actually capture and work on? Well, it's a choice. It's a choice, isn't it? Obviously, yeah. I've got my own ideas that I'm working on, and that's great. And I love them. And we're going to leave it at that. So again, coming back to that good old book that I've been reading, there's been some more, evolutionary or revolutionary type things. You know, it's not magic at the end of the day. Again, if you have something that you want to achieve, and what does it say here? When you have something that you believe something can be done, that's all you need to know is that something can be done. The mind will create the ideas that will pave the path to accomplishment. I mean, we can go back and talk about, and probably a lot of you have heard about, when we went to the moon. I mean, nobody had ever gone to the moon. We barely had Sputnik launched, and, so it was circling the Earth, I say whoop-de-doo, but, that was a big accomplishment at the time, but going to the moon was huge. But, we put our minds together, and probably, I'm going to say, we had to think out of the box, and we had to be way out of the box because, again, that was a huge distance and a lot of strategy to get around the moon and to come back to Earth. Thank God they came back and they made it. Yay. That was kind of funny because I was actually thinking about the old iPhone, and it could probably power the entire space program from that era. Like, Lord, the power of these phones is great. But anyway, but it comes back to the idea of if you want something. So, I mean, I've got a lot of people that have spoken to me in the past, different topics, they wanted different things. And I didn't necessarily know how to get it, but I sort of sat there and looked and said, well, okay, but that's what you want. So take a few steps back. These are the things that need to happen. And Bob's your uncle. So you want to make some money out of real estate? Well, obviously, if you're looking to sell property to make money, then you want to be buying today at a good price. So I'm going to say, or better price, but at a good price. It's kind of that simple. So again, there's a few factors that you maybe have to take into account of, what's the economy doing, what it might do. It's going to go up and down as it always does. You got the old sine wave there. But the other thing is then you buy a house and you say, well, right, okay, what else can I do with it, right? Maybe put on an extension, maybe we're going to redecorate, I'm going to plaster the walls, new electrics. All right, now we've just added more value. So even in a bad economy or a bad condition where the market just really isn't doing well, but these little fix-ups, all of a sudden you may even be changing. If you put on the addition, now instead of a 3-bed house, now you've got maybe a 5-bedroom house. Well, now you've got a different clientele who's now interested in your property. Boom. There's an idea right there that says, right, how do you accomplish something? So that's all about making money from property. What other ideas? You want to have your own business? Well, think of the end goal. How many staff do you want to have? How many suppliers maybe do you need? What kind of logistics do you have to serve and take care of your clientele? It's going to be important, obviously. How does that all come together? And then you come right back to today to say, well, right, okay, so for today, I'm only going to focus on this particular area, this postcode maybe. And then within 3-5 years, we have this expansion plan. Maybe we go for some franchising, or maybe not. Some companies have used franchising very, very well, and others have used it and then absolutely clawed back the franchising because they wanted to keep it right within the family sort of basket, if you will. But that's fine too. So again, there's always solutions. Really comes down to, you've got to get started. So you've got to take that whole yes man attitude or yes woman attitude, jump into it, but think of the future, bring it back to today, and your brain is going to start spitting out things. Well, we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this. I don't like those things over there. Maybe this is going to be the best thing. Yeah, and also bring in other people. Bounce it off them. Boom, like a wall, ball bouncing off the wall. And I wouldn't do that on my apartment here. But anyway, just kidding. But anyway, again, ask people whom you can trust, and maybe some people that you want to go into partnership with and say, look, you're in that town. Why don't you start there? I start here. We do it collectively and we share the profits. But again, then you've already set up some management to look after the business itself. Okay, short and simple, sweet. hopefully everybody's having a good time. By the way, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would be most appreciative. And it's just always nice to see that more people are subscribing to it and also checking out the views. So appreciate that. Wish you guys all the best. Have a great week. Keep safe, and bye-bye for now. And also get in touch if you want to chat sometime. Facebook, LinkedIn, find me there and drop me a message. Would love to sort of catch up and see what you're up to. Okay, bye-bye.